How you going? Don't worry about the angle. It is what it is. So I've got a lot to say in this video. It goes back to what I said in previous videos about the people I've dated and how they blame me for the relationship. So in this video, I'm going to come and say exactly how I want to say it. Last video, I told it like it is, and I'm going to do a bit better this video. So let's start with one of the relationships from last year. I was with someone that, well, pretty much, unemployed, didn't drive, didn't work, had an alcohol problem, had kids but didn't live with them. They got taken away when she was younger. So I said to myself, I'm not even attracted to this person, but I'll give it a go. I'm willing to give anyone a go. And the house was disgusting. Flies, the smell, no clean dishes. I should have walked out then and there. Alright? And the fact that, I've never been a big fan of mattresses on the floor. Like, I'm sorry, but when you have a mattress on the floor and your animals sleep on that mattress, I don't want to be in fucking bed with someone that's got fucking dog hair on their fucking thing, or cat hair or anything like that. I've never, it's just unhygienic, right? I've always said that. So, long story short, I knew I wanted out of this relationship. And it wasn't just the drinking, because the drinking was disgusting. Like, I was at poker some nights and you see her doing a live stream and you think, this is bad. And she paid more attention to a social media app than the person she's dating. She's doing that now, and she did it with me. My final straw is, I knew she was talking to her ex in jail. Very flirtatious. And she put that guy in jail. Then there was another ex that she was talking to behind my back that she had on home detention. And she was trying to set up a relationship with him after me, and I was just like, no, fuck this. I don't need this shit. And the day I got rid of her, I thought, yeah, this is great. I'm free. And yeah, straight after, I surprisingly got into a relationship with someone from Melbourne within 30-40 minutes. Because this person's like, you deserve to be treated with respect. You deserve to have a decent girlfriend. And I said, well, I don't really want a relationship. Nobody would want me. And she said, oh, I'll have you. So I was like, jump from one relationship to another. Not good idea. So, long story short with that one, there was another guy in another state that she was chatting to, and I was just like, okay, well, females are allowed to have male friends. Always believe that. And then when I realised he was coming down to see her and there was something going on there, I was like, nah, fuck this, I'm out of that relationship. I got rid of her, and apparently I'm the bad guy in that one, because there was a fake email that got sent to her about me saying I did all this shit, and I was like, I didn't even do fuck all that shit. And like I said, got cheated in that relationship. I was a bad guy. The one before that was talking to multiple guys behind my back and living like a pig, I was the bad guy in that one. Explain why I'm the bad guy. I'm not the one flirting with other chicks here and setting up, relationships when I'm in one. So I went for a while without a relationship there, thinking, alright, I fucking don't want a relationship. And I was seeing this girl. At first it was just going to be hookups, I thought. Right? I didn't think, she said to me, I don't want a relationship. And, I did nice things for her and the kids each time, bought them all presents and stuff. Wait for this. For someone that said to me, oh yeah, I don't want a relationship or any of that shit, right? She ended up saying to me, oh, I've got to tell you, Andre, that I've got to tell you and the other guy that I'm in a relationship with another guy. You just told me, like, for the whole time, you didn't want a relationship with anyone, and there was only me in the picture, and then you go and tell me and another guy that there's a guy that you're already in a relationship with. So me and the other guy obviously wasn't good enough for her because she went to the other guy, and I'm the bad guy in that. I was like, so were you hooking up with what? Me and both of them or you and the other one. Like, she's at least hooking up with two guys at once here. Three even. Possibility. But I'm the bad guy. So I got a message tonight because she was on my Facebook or something, and I'll read the message to you. I've replied to it since, but she hasn't replied back. Because I got it. This is what I got from this. Because I'm not going to hide anything. I'm going to tell you guys the truth. Because, so I said, I hope you're okay. She goes, I don't want to talk to you. You're nasty and disrespectful. And I said, I'm actually not. She goes, because I've got a boyfriend. Yes, you were. So she says I was nasty and disrespectful. And I sent her a message saying, well, how am I the bad guy here when you told me and another guy that you're in a relationship with another guy? Because obviously us two weren't good enough for her. Even though when she was sick, I was looking after her when she was sick. Trying to be a nice guy, looking after her and her kids. Yeah. And I just thought... And the thing is, when she said nasty and disrespectful, like, so I've gone back and... I can't... Because she's got two accounts. The last message she sent me was June 12, 24. About 2 years ago. And I said, the one thing I did say was, do you miss kissing me? And she goes, yes, I do. Alright. And I'm just looking at the messages. There's nothing that I can see from this account. If I... Yeah, I don't see anything. She's always been sick since I've known her. Don't know why. Yeah. Just doesn't look like anything nasty that I've sent to her, so I don't know where she got that from. Probably could be the other account too. And I think, would I have said something nasty or disrespectful? Probably. I mean, think about it. When you're supposed to be the only guy and you get told, oh, I've got to tell you and the other guy that there's another guy and I'm in a relationship with them now. Considering she didn't want a relationship, and then, yeah, like... Yeah, that's... I'm sorry, but that's just really... So I thought that was bad. And I swore off relationships for a long time after that, because I thought, you know what, fuck this shit. I don't need it. I don't need drama in my life. So, wait for this one. I saw this person on Facebook, and I wasn't... Facebook. It gets you into a lot of trouble. Let me just tell you that in advance. I didn't think that... 1, 2, 3. Just checking something on my game. I didn't think that I wanted a relationship. No fucking way. And I was like, alright, what are you going to do here? You're going to give this girl a chance? I'm like, well, I don't really want to give anyone a chance right now. I'm happy being single. This one was different. Like, I think I knew what I was expecting before I got to this person's place, but I was like, okay. What did she have? Like 6 kids? 7 kids in total? Something ridiculous like that. She had a lot. Druggy. House a mess. Dog shit again. What is it? 3 different chicks last year with dog shit. Or was it 4? Anyways, I was like, oh, she's older than me. I think she was like 48, 49. I know she was a lot older than me. And I've said this in my 9 Deadly Sins video. I'll tag the video in. Was she attractive? This is alright. I mean, nice body and all that. I didn't think much. I thought, oh, we're going to probably hook up, but that's it. I didn't really think. And like I said in the video, the one thing that I don't condone is when you're giving your kids drugs and you're encouraging them at such a young age. I saw in that house 2 people under 10 with vapes. They're smoking vapes under the age of 10. And a 14-year-old, her 14-year-old daughter and the daughter's 15-year-old boyfriend smoking bongs in the shed with her and her adult friends. she's encouraging her 14-year-old and a 15-year-old bongs. I thought that was bad. But then when she says to her 14-year-old, you two better not have anal sex. Normal sex, but not anal. I was just like, you got to be fucking kidding me. At 14. Not just the fact that the very first night I was with her, she was telling everyone I was her boyfriend. We went to someone's house and she's like, this is my new boyfriend. I'm like, so it got to a point in the night where we got some alone time. Don't know how we got the alone time, and I thought we were just going to kiss. She's like, oh yeah, we can have sex. Quickie. And I'm like, oh, I'm all cool with that. Don't get me wrong. Gave her an orgasm. I'm quite happy with that. Very proud of myself for that. She goes, you're good. And I'm like, baby, I didn't even get into this like second or third gear, man. I'm pleased there. But then I thought to myself, what she's doing illegally with her kids, and the fact that she's got a PIN number on her bedroom door so her kids can't get her other drugs. I was like, fuck this. I'm not dealing with that drama. I'm not dealing with that bullshit. Got rid of her. And got called every name in the book. You're going to make a Facebook video about me? Going to make a YouTube about me? I'm like, oh, if I fucking do, I fucking do. What you're doing is illegal. Alright? I'm not the bad guy here. And apparently, since then, the relationships or guys that she's seen since have all got rid of her and she's complained about it. And I'm like, well, I ain't the bad guy in that situation. Then we go from that to a woman that was just vile. She had a couple of kids, housing trust house, vile. The house was basically a dump. You couldn't walk in the house. You couldn't walk in the kitchen, the living room, the bedroom. It was covered for rubbish. There was broken things. The house smelled so fucking bad. Dog shit in the house. And the time that I dated her, never cleaned the kitty litter once. There was like 3 kitty litter trays, and I think that they were never cleaned the whole time. And I was like, get the fuck out of this relationship. This is not good. This is just the screaming and the screaming. The kids didn't love her. They didn't respect her in any way. They never gave her the freedom to just be in her own room. And the fact she's smoking a bong in her own room, it's a very small room, and the kids and me can breathe in that shit. She was lazy. She'd never want to clean. Sick. It got to a point where I was contemplating this, going, I got to get the fuck out of this relationship. It got to a point where one day she just, through the whole day, like, watch 9 Deadly Sins video for the full story. But I said to myself after what happened, after we got back from the cinemas, if you want to know the full story, it's on the video. I was like, no, fuck this. I'm out of here. I don't want to have anything to do with this person ever again. Considering the next girl that ended up being in a relationship said to me, yeah, I know this girl, she's a bad girl. Get the fuck out of that relationship, and you can have me after. And I'm like, I'm getting out of the relationship because it's so fucking disgusting. That was the last straw, and I didn't talk to her ever since after that girl. So when I did go out with the next girl, the one that said that, you can have me after, I was like, I don't fucking want a relationship. I'm sorry about that. But she's like, well, I've known you for 3 years.
My 8 and 1 outdoor tent finally arrived. Let's go check it out. I always bring
Sorry.
this 2-person camping tent.
Playing a game and played a Timu commercial came up. So I nearly had the final. And apparently, oh god, the behavior after that woman calling me every fucking name in the book. It was so fucking toxic, and it was still toxic afterwards for a while until recently, where she stopped. The next girl, she already knew, and she was like, "You fucking go out with that disgusting piece of shit, rah rah." And you know what the thing is? She said to me, "Right, if you're fucking with that chick, I swear to God, I've tested myself, so if you've got fucking some disease, I'm gonna fucking sue you," and all that. I'm like, if anyone's gonna have a sexually transmitted disease, it's you. For starters, you're fucking unhygienic and disgusting. So I was just like, thought, alright, I'm in a new relationship. I've been with this person before. I don't think it's going to work, because if she's going to be like the way she was before when we first dated, me and this other chick, then yeah, it's never going to work. Oh my god, I wish I'd stuck to my guns and just not been in a relationship. So, and this is also in the 9 Deadly Sins video, but I'm just like speeding it up a little bit. The moment where me and her were supposed to have some alone time, right? She dressed up for me. She had this black dress, black fishnets on. We were gonna go all the way, yeah? And she was excited. I was excited. Just waiting for the kids to go to sleep. And the kids were asleep. We're about to, and then she gets a text. Her next door neighbours that are druggies and alcoholics decide they want to come over. Now, instead of her choosing the option to stay with me and do stuff with me, she chose them. She's like, oh, they're going to come over in a minute, so you got to go. And I'm like, you're choosing me over druggies and stoners, whatever. All right, fine. So apparently she got drunk that night and ended up losing the fishnets and basically walking around with no panties on. So 2 grown male adults and a female basically got to see her cunt all night. And I'm the bad guy here. That's blatantly cheating, and I'm the bad guy. There was other incidences where after that I should have definitely dumped her, but that was the moment where I said to myself, she has no respect for me. That's disgusting. She's another one that's got an alcohol problem. I'm done. Alright, I'm done. I dumped her. I was done, but there was other instances after that, which on the 9 Deadly Sins video. But yeah, that was the moment where I'm like, great. And her behaviour, and I said that in the other vid, I was like, I'm done with relationships now. I'm done. And yeah, after we broke up, the ex before her said, oh yeah, Andre's been saying shit about you. He told me and my sister to come beat you up. And I'm like, the fuck are you on about? Number one, when that nutcase I dumped before, I said I've had nothing to do with her ever again, and I never had done anything after that. Never spoken to that chick. And then those two started talking. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sakes. You're talking to a girl that you told me to break up with. You told me never to go in a relationship with that person or believe anything she said, and you're believing what she said. Both nutcases. So I was like, fuck this shit. Alright. I was done with them for a while. I hooked up with a chick after a Youngblood concert, and my god, that was... And I said this in a previous video. Hooking up is one thing, but when they're under the influence of something, and within 10-15 minutes of seeing them, they're sitting next to you naked on the floor. And I saw everything, and I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, I didn't ask for this. I tried to get the fuck out of that house as soon as I could. But, I kind of felt bad for the girl in one way, because I was just like, she has no respect for herself. She must, have had it hard. And even I said, I shall not lie when I say this, but when she was there, naked next to me, the girl, the random hookup, butt naked, I looked at her and went, why is she doing this? And then I saw the scars on her, self-inflicted scars, and her body was so awful. She didn't love herself. She didn't love herself. She didn't think she was good enough for someone, and I can relate to that. Thinking you have to do things to impress people when people should accept you for you. I was going to leave as quick as I could when she was doing weird shit, right? But when she said, don't leave me, and I said, why? And they said, they will get me. There's no one here. She was hearing voices in her head, and she kept seeing shit, and I'm like, that's pretty fucked up. And that's what, and I still think about this to this day, because it's only been a few months, and I think, she's so lonely, and she just doesn't think she's good enough. She's got no kids. And weirdly tonight, she tried to ring me when I was at poker and I didn't pick up. Because there's only two reasons why she's calling me. It's all she's asking for money. And we all know my policy on that. No. Or she wants to catch up and, normally I'd say, if I was single, I'd say, yeah, fuck yeah. I mean, the other night, I funny story about the other night. I got home 2 a.m. Saturday morning because I played poker, obviously, on Friday nights. And I don't check my other messenger. I've got 2 Facebooks, don't check it. And there's a chick that I had amazing sex in the past with, mind-blowing sex. She's a bit older than me. And she tried to call me on that. And at 2 in the morning, I know what it's for. It's for sex. It's always with her with sex. She couldn't do it when I was driving home. No, she had to wait till I got home. Because maybe if I was driving home and I was single, I'd say, yeah, alright. But, yeah, it's not like at my age I'm getting no offers. It's just, I'm the bad guy for saying no. I'm the bad guy for not giving money to people. I'm the bad guy for not, staying in a relationship where it's absolutely toxic. I'm apparently supposed to put up with it. So, like I said, I've seen some shit the last few months to a point where I'm not a bad guy. And, but going back to that psycho that, went pantyless, in front of all those adults. So when I broke up with her, I think it was like a month after, maybe month and a half after, and we hadn't talked. I get a message on my other Facebook. Like I said, I don't usually see the other Facebook. She took a photo of my front gate. Keep in mind, she's not allowed to drive. Right? So I was like, you're driving without a license and you're on probation. You're not supposed to fucking do this stuff. So I was like, what the fuck? And she's like, my cousin's driving me. And I'm like, well, why the fuck would you tell a total stranger, whether it's your cousin or not, I don't know, where I fucking live with my parents? You fucking selfish bitch. She took a photo. And no, she didn't come in or anything, or she didn't fucking, say. And I'm like, where are you now? Oh, I've left already. Why the fuck are you coming to my front gate? We're not in a relationship. We haven't talked for a month. And then you do something crazy like that. Long story short, an update on that girl. She is completely lost it now. I said to her, why did you only ring me or text me when you got drama happening in your life? You want me to feel sorry for you. Don't tell me anything. I don't care about your fucking private life, your drama, your bullshit story. And then what does she... And I sent her the audio of that. You know what she sends back? She goes, oh, I got hit the other day. I was in a fight. She showed me her leg with a bruise. I just told her in a fucking message, don't send me anything like that. Don't, I don't care about your life. Considering most of your life is drama, and fucking fights, plus you're an alcoholic, I don't want to know that shit. And then when she sent me that photo, I'm like, oh, for fuck's sakes. This is the sort of girl that fucking lived 10 minutes up the road from me and couldn't even give me 5 minutes in a day. But apparently I'm a bad bloke because, I'm supposed to, put up with that. I'm supposed to, oh man, it's just... So, lately, I've had people from here, been talking to them for a while, a couple of months and stuff, really getting close. One of them was like, I love you, I care about you. We got really close, and then I know she stopped talking to me for a while. Then out of nowhere, oh, I'm in a relationship now. I've started seeing someone, I'm like, for someone that said they didn't want a relationship, and then suddenly he's in a relationship, I'm like, what the fuck? Alright, and I'm like, oh, well, her loss, no worries. Then, either that day or the next day, here we go, here's this one. I was talking to this chick and I thought, oh yeah, there might be something here. We're getting along really good. And then she stopped talking to me as well. Same time as the other chick, by the way. And then she says, oh, I started seeing someone at work, and then I saw you in a relationship on Facebook. I'm like, you're fucking kidding me. And she said to me, oh, if I knew you weren't in a relationship, Andre, you would have been my boyfriend. I'm like, well, I'm not in a relationship. And she goes, oh, my bad. Oh, well, if I knew that, I would have been in a relationship with you. I'm like, this going, you're fucking kidding me. Like, you fucking taking the piss now. And yeah, like, since then, I've just been like, I'm not on Facebook for the last 3 or 4 days. I can't stand lies. I can't stand bullshit. And it's funny, every time someone gets into a relationship, I go bye-bye. Every time. Every fucking time. And it's just got to a point where I'm like, nah, fuck this. I'm sick and tired of people taking advantage of my kindness and my niceness. When I get told that, oh, you're such a great guy, anyone would love to have you in a relationship. I'd love you as my partner. And then, yeah. And like I said, I always say to people, whether you're friends, family, relationship, never ask me for money. Never fucking, I tell people this all the time. I dumped a person for asking me money. Alright? And especially like when they had, and that was the booty call from the other night. She was the one that actually was the one that the first time around when I was in a relationship with her. I said to her for a whole week, I had people kept asking me for money, and I said, fuck off. Next person does it, I'm going to block them out of my life. So when she decides to ask me for money, not the father of her kids, but me, I was like, I'm done with you. Sex is great, but I'm done with you. And then there was recently someone that I was in a relationship with. I got an American girlfriend, and I said to her for a long time, don't ask me for money. I have a $130,000 mortgage I've got to pay. I got another 15 grand I've got to pay the government. Don't ask me for money. I'm barely making ends meet as it is. Alright? And she asked me, what was the exact message? You got some money you could lend me? I have told you multiple times in our relationship, I have told people on Facebook, if you're in a relationship with me and you don't know me that well, to a point where you're doing that, I snapped. I went, fuck this, block it. I don't give a fuck, because I'm not going to be giving anyone money, whether I'm in a relationship or not, especially if they live in another country. Like, well, I don't fucking see them. Because the whole week before the American girl, I was getting asked by this stupid person on Facebook for money, right? And I said to this person multiple times, don't ask me. Number one, you're in a relationship. It's not my problem that you and your boyfriend don't work and none of you drive. And all you spend your money on is alcohol and dope. Because one night she's like, I need money for food. And I said, no. Because considering that, number one, you live with your father. And days before that you said, oh, looking forward to having a few drinks tonight. And it's like, so you don't mind spending your money on, alcohol and dope, but you want to, every time one of these dope druggy idiots asks for money, it's not for food. And if it was for food, you would think, okay, because I tested this subject. I said one time, if you need food, I'll buy you what you want. I'll buy you like a pizza or something. Oh no, I'm fine. Because you don't want the money for food. You just want plain money so you can buy other shit. It's funny, like a lot of people do that shit. And you know what's funny? I saw someone one night on Facebook asking for money, putting on a Sobdak bullshit, rah. Here comes the funny part. So she was asking for like hours, this much. Alright? And maybe one person did. You know what she ended up doing? Having a party and having drinks. She managed somehow to get enough money for party and drinks and alcohol and dope. Right then and there I said, what the actual fuck? You put on a sob story, you need money for food, rather, and then you end up having a party and having drinks. I couldn't believe it. I was just like, yeah. And this person's still on Facebook. She asks every day on her Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, I need money for food, I'll pay you back. And it's like, no, the money that you give to her, she's spending it on pokies. Online pokies. Number one, online pokies should be banned in Australia, because the fact that you can download an app on your phone and then start playing pokies, yeah. Bad gambler. She's a very bad gambler. And if it's not pokies, it's marijuana or drugs or alcohol. So when she says she needs money, it's like, no one's going to buy your fucking habit. It's one of those things where I'm like, oh, but I'm the bad guy for not giving money. I don't care. At the end of the day, man, this fucking aircon. I'm like legit, like freezing here. It's on 23. But yeah, I've just, like I said, lost it completely lately with people. I'm done with this dumbass fake bullshit to a point where, you know, I'm not the bad guy if I'm not giving someone money. I'm not going to pretend that I care about these sons of bitches, because they've got to understand that, you know, when you're on someone's Facebook, you can see everything. You can see what they spend their money on. You can see what the kind of people they are. And, you know, when they ask you for money and you said no, they call you the bad guy. They call you the pathetic person. It's like, you have a fucking boyfriend, right? And you're the one coming to me for money? If your boyfriend doesn't have a fucking job, or neither of yous work, neither of yous drive, and you live like an hour apart, that's not my fault. Maybe get yourself a decent boyfriend that can fuck. Oh, well, wait, you can't get a decent boyfriend because you're not decent yourself. And then, you know what the worst thing about this bit of the story is? She was sending me photos that her boyfriend would dump her ass for. Like, I'm talking nude shots here. I'm not a nude person, so I randomly got a nude photo from her one night and I was like, what the fuck is this shit? Mostly bra pics, lingerie pics, and I'm like to myself, you got a boyfriend. At one time, get this right, she was like saying, oh, you know, what are you doing tonight? I said nothing. She goes, you want to hook up? And I'm like, come again? Oh, we can go back to your room and have sex. You have a fucking boyfriend and you pull that card on me? Because like, I was just happy like to go down, have maybe a little cuddle. That's it. But when she said, oh yeah, you know, we could go back to your place or get a room, I was just like, no fucking... Even kissing is bad enough. Hugging's bad, but fuck. When she said that, and I said, so does your boyfriend know that you flirt with other guys and ask them for money and send them photos? No, he doesn't care. I'm sure he would, because if that was my girlfriend, I'd be dumping her. It's just not even attractive. So, I don't know what kind of shit she says to other people, but fucking hell, behind her boyfriend's back. But yeah, the last time she actually messaged me, she wanted me to lend her $50. I'm like, nope. What was the exact message, actually? I think I've still got it saved on here. Because I had enough. Alright, so... She sent me a message saying, would you be able to loan 50? What? Would I be able to loan 50 and I'll send you 50 on Tuesday? So she wanted $50 off me for food. And I said, final warning, told you before, never ask me again or I'll block you. And she goes, whatever. So yeah, I haven't talked to her actually since. Yeah, like she'd send me photo. I can't post it on here, obviously. Underwear pic. When was the last time before that she asked me for money? I'm just going to see. One time, a week before that, says, trying to get money for food, electricity, and gas got cut off. So she's trying to make me feel bad about that. fuck, a lot of pics. Always drinking. So when she does, so I said to her, how long are you up for? And she goes, till someone can hook me up. And I said, it's a shame I can't, but I'm guessing weed. And she goes, yeah, I got some cash. She's trying to find someone to buy it off because it's hard to find someone down these ways. Then before that, lingerie pic. There's a lot of pics here. Complaining she spent all her last money on weed, but she's got no food now. Can you send me $50 and I'll send you $150 on the 10th? Wow. So what's $50? And need food. Always. So that was at least 3 times. Whoa! Okay, I'm gonna maybe clear this fucking thing. Jesus Christ. She wanted to meet up, even though she has a boyfriend. Hey, would you be able to send me $11 so I can get some credit for my phone, and I'll send you 50 back next time I get paid? Fuck shit, this was going on for a couple of months. She was asking. I've only just like really realized how bad it was until. How many times? Because I stopped talking to her April 16th, and it's going back to February. I said to her, I'm sick of people like you that have boyfriends asking me for money. And she goes, I was offering you more money. Because she goes, $100 for that time. Hey, would you be able to send me $100 and I'll send you $150 next. So this is one day before my birthday. She's asking for $100 this time. I said, no, first you have a boyfriend. Ask him. Secondly, never met you. And third, I'd never lend money. Also, you live with your dad, and $100 for food, I'm not falling for that. She goes, I live with my dad, yes. But for 3 days, $100 for food, yes. But whatever, I'll ask someone else. So I thought, I should have got rid of her then, to be fair. I wonder if she... So I've told her multiple times, don't ask for money. She was happy to hook up with me in February of sometime. I wonder if she's asked for more money before that. I'm actually quite curious how far this goes back. Yeah, because I said, oh, she goes, anything. I said, yeah, something nice and relaxed. And she goes, okay, what about your bedroom where nobody else can see us? Does that, and I said this, does that mean you want more than kisses? And she goes, yes. So 4 times that I can count since February to April, she's asked for money. Can't see any. We smoke bongs together. That's her and her dad. So from February 5th to April, she asked me about 4 times, or hinted at it at least. 3 times I asked, probably hinted at once, but maybe 4 times. But that's a lot of money. And each time it's been an excuse. It's been like, oh, for food, but it's never been food. So yeah, this is what I deal with on a monthly, daily basis with drama bullshit like that. That's why I stay single. That's why I'm happy being in the situation I am, because I don't need that shit. It's like, yeah, the other night, the booty call, I was like, I haven't heard from that person in like fucking a year. And then, yeah, out of the blue, like, if I was driving home and I got that message and I was single, I would be like, why? 2 reasons. why this. Most guys will say yes to sex, right? Especially when the girl's good. It's the fact that she makes me feel bad afterwards. She's like, oh, we shouldn't have done that. I'm a woman of God. I shouldn't be doing this stuff. And she doesn't want a friendship. Doesn't want a relationship. She just basically probably wants me just to fuck and then walk out. To me, that's just really awkward. Like, I can't just be like cool with that. And then it's like when I want it, yeah, I get ignored. So I'm only there when she needs it. Now, don't get me wrong, that was the one I was in a relationship with for 2 weeks, had 6 kids. For the whole week, I said to her, next person that asks me for money, I'm done. And when she asked me for money, I was done with her. And let me tell you straight, the sex with her was actually amazing. It was just wild, orgasmic, passionate, dripping wet. It was good. But the thing is, and I've said this before, if you don't want a relationship or a friendship, okay, that's on you. But wouldn't you rather, you're at an age, you're older than me, you've got needs, I've got needs. If you don't want to do a relationship, well then maybe you should, I don't know, just maybe be each other's fuck buddies. I don't know. I don't even know why, she said one night, right, she goes, this was the last time I think we fucked. She goes, you're not looking for a relationship, and I don't want to be with a guy that's not looking for a relationship. And I'm like, well, if you want one, then we can talk about it. And we never really talked. So yeah, when I got the booty call the other night, that I didn't pick it up. I was just like, why now? Why you have to wait pretty much a year? Oh, by the way, one time we had sex, she literally blocked me afterwards for a while, and unblocks me every now and again just so she can have sex, and then blocks me after. I know, right? But this is what I deal on a weekly, daily basis with people like this. Stoners, druggies, single mothers. I've got one that I could hook up with. Well, let's see. The naked chick that was sitting next to me, I could probably hook up with her. Obviously, that's probably why she called me tonight. The booty call one, yeah, well, that's an easy one there. I've hooked up with 3 girls this year, and the booty call one would have been 4. The other one that's coming here to Adelaide could be 5. But it's I would like someone, if I am going to have a relationship with someone, I want someone fucking decent. I want someone that is going to be like, I'll give you a chance. A decent girl that's got a job, that fucking drives, that doesn't have kids, because that's my preferred. I was talking to this 19-year-old a while back, and I really thought that me and her were gonna maybe have something like a relationship, a friendship. And she's called me a bad guy and all this other stuff. You say the same thing to all the chicks, and it's like, no, I don't. I talk differently to every individual chick because I know that some of them just want a compliment. Some of them want to feel loved and appreciated. Some of them just want to be treated like a sister. Some of them want to be treated differently. Not one conversation between all these girls I talk to are the same. Some are in relationships. Some I know will never date me. So we're just, friend basis. Some of them look at me like a brother to them. And there was one that I saw on my Facebook, always very in the low ball, very low on herself. And I made a nice post for her one night, really lovely post. Because I wanted to make her feel like she's special. And the girl, the 19-year-old, saw it, and then it was he says that to all the girls. To the girl that I made a post about. So she never posts on my Facebook, the 19-year-old, but that was the time that she said, oh yeah, he says that to all the girls. It's like, listen, and I messaged the person afterwards saying, listen here. And when I do not say that to all the girls, right, I made that special post for that special friend because she needed to feel loved and appreciated. Right, you don't know what's going on in her life, and for you to post on that, it was insulting to me and it was insulting to her, right? Because what I said in the post to this girl, I don't repeat to anyone, because that girl that I made the post about, right, I can feel her. Like, I can feel what she's going through because I deal with some similar stuff, you know. And I just couldn't believe that the 19-year-old, I was just like, we were really good up until that point. Very good conversations. I thought, I've got a good friend. Maybe down the track could have a relationship. Because that's what I wanted with the 19-year-old. Not the one I made a post about, but the one I made a post about, there was never going to be a relationship there. But the 19-year-old that I was chatting to, she had a good job. She doesn't do drugs. She's got a license. I find her very attractive. And yeah, like, just the fact that I'm not good enough for her, and she doesn't believe that if I was probably in a relationship with her, she probably thinks I'll talk to other girls and stuff. No, I know what I want, and unfortunately with the 19-year-old, it's not gonna be anything, and it's a shame because I really think that I could make her happy and she could make me happy. I really think that there's a good possibility if she did give me that chance, then yeah, we would be in a very good relationship to the end of time, I think. I don't see how me and her would even break up because she's just so perfect. I'm attracted to her in every way. I respect her for having a job, a license. Doesn't do drugs. She's very much like me, and I am annoyed and angry with her for not saying, hey, look, let's catch up. Give it a go. I would love that opportunity. And I haven't talked to her since. I haven't talked to anyone on Facebook for like 3-4 days because, well, when this video goes live, probably a week, because I'm not ready to go back on Facebook. I don't need the drama. I don't need the bullshit. I don't need the fakeness, because I know what I like and what I want. But when someone calls me a liar, fuck you, because I tell it like it is on these vids and all motherfucking vids. Because I really did like her, the 19-year-old. I wanted her from day one. The moment I first started talking to her, she sent me like this quick vid of her driving the car. Oh man, so fucking beautiful. I knew then and now, like, oh my god, it's telling me, fuck, this is someone I want to like actually give a chance for a relationship with. She never knew. She just thinks I talk to her like all the other girls, and I don't. I don't want a relationship with anyone, but she was different because she, you know, didn't do drugs, didn't have kids, had a good job, had a license. I was happy. I was like, fuck, man, if this was my missus, man, I'd be the fucking king of the world. But yeah, just nothing happened. And then, like I said, the other two girls that, you know, I was talking to, suddenly get into relationships. And then, yeah, like I said, one of them said, oh, I didn't know you were single. If I knew that, you would have been my boyfriend. I'm like, oh, fuck off. Just fuck off. But anyways, thank you for listening. I wasn't sure how long I was going to go for, so I'm in a lot of pain, so I'm going to take some painkillers in a minute. Yes, my hair, look, it's growing back. It actually looks amazing. And no, look, no grey. Don't colour it either. Haven't been going well at poker at my other venue. And then I played poker at a different venue tonight, my old venue that I haven't played for. 39 people come 6. It was a very emotional night. Like, I was not... I do believe right now I've got a curse on me. Not just poker, but in life in general, because I've been cursed with a lot of bad things lately. And I said to myself, at one stage I got down to like 10,000, and I'm like, fuck. Bull fucking shit, I'm getting done with good cards versus bad cards. Turned 10,000 to 96,000. Then I started to think I've got a good chance here. You know, a couple away from the final table. Then look down at Ace Queen. I'm like, oh yeah, all in. Cool. He rolls over aces. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sakes. That took me down to 30,000. Got onto the final table. Somehow came 6. I don't to this day know how I came 6. It's funny because the guy that beat me with the aces, he got him again on the final table twice, and then he won. Good kid. Very proud of the kid. But it was an emotional roller coaster tonight. One hand I got aces myself versus ace 9, flopped the ace. Another hand I had ace queen again. Knocked out 2 people with that hand. So I'm going to end up knocking out 3 or 4 people tonight. So you'd think either the curse over? I would now say it is, because I made final table, and literally a chip in a chair is all you need, they say, and they're right. So yeah, the reason why the camera's a bit different, I've moved the keyboard a little bit more over on the table here. I want to like put some shelvings here, so I might raise the computer up. Maybe raise the computer up a little bit. The speakers, yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these speakers, because this one's good here because it's holding the camera, but I was thinking of even after this video getting rid of the speaker that's on the right here, and then putting the computer like in the corner here, so maybe that way, you know, if I'm playing a video game, it shows the video game. Actually, that would make it a little bit better, to be fair. I might do that in a minute after this. Do I use the 2 speakers here, or they're just display? Really display? I don't really use these. If I'm being honest, I don't even use these speakers. Not for the computer. I mean, I could Bluetooth them, but yeah, I just like the color effects. So yeah, I don't know why I've got the speakers here. I probably could use them for something else. I just like how they all light up and stuff. But yeah, I'm definitely going to test that theory. I don't know how it's going to be because of the cords and stuff. But yeah, I might try that in a minute. Like remove one of the speakers and see if... Because if I can put it on the angle there, I suppose then, yeah, then it shows the TV. So if I'm playing like a video game or something, yeah, that's not a bad idea. So weird, like about a year ago, 2 years ago, if you look at the old videos, I didn't have a computer table here. I had the computer table, like computer sitting on like one of the bedside tables. And yeah. The only problem is right now, can I see it from here? So there's a line in my TV. A straight line. One single straight line. It's white. Now, if you look from like this angle, you'll be like, oh, I can't see it. There's like a screensaver on at the moment. Can't see it. But if you go really, really close, you'll see it. Now, 2 things. I think I'm under warranty with the TV, so I could get it fixed. If not, I'll have to sell it. Now, obviously, if I sell my TV, someone will come out. They won't be able to see it, the line. In fact, you can't see it now, but I'm going to try something here. I want to see if it's obvious. I just want to see if it's... See, even on the home screen, it's not obvious. Like, I'm looking at it from here and I can't see it. So you could It's fucking 1 o'clock. You serious? It's 1... Yeah, it's 1 o'clock. Fuck, I didn't even think it was that late. See, I can't see the line now. Sometimes I can see it when I load up the game. Have a look. It's still sellable. It's still probably worth a couple of grand. I mean, it's a good TV. And like I said, you're not going to really notice it if you're... I don't notice it still. No, I don't notice it. That's weird. If I was to go up, I'll notice it. No. Seriously, don't even notice it. Oh, that's weird. So I'm playing the 7 Deadly Sins. It's a Netflix show, by the way. Netmarble is the company behind it. I played Seven Nights on the mobile phone, and because that app needs 11 gig to play it on the phone, I don't have 11 gig, so I was just like, I don't know, can't play that again. But it's a good game. It's a fun game. It's a game that you don't need to spend money on to advance. I don't even think there's a point of spending money. You can get pretty much everything. Like a new character came out in the game, right? A new character. People spent hundreds of dollars trying to get it. I got it free from a free draw from the thing. And you get like dailies. Like you get, so for logging in to day 4, you get 200,000 coins. The fuck. Day 13, you get 300,000 coins. You need them. But yeah, like the first, you get 5 free draws of a character. Like, so when the game updated the other day, so many freebies, and because like the maintenance went longer than usual, everyone got. Have I done that event? So the problem is there's like little mini events, and I've done them, but it doesn't say that I've done them. You've got challenge missions like reach team combat class 1400, 1600, 18, and the rewards, I think you need them because if you get to that point, you get like better armor or some shit. Same with reach 40,000. Fucking hell, I'm never gonna get that far. I'm only on, what am I on? 12,000 at the moment, and I don't even know what that means. I'm gonna look that up in a minute because I don't even know what that means. I don't know if it's so. It says I'm on 12,000, right? But when I go to my team, I'm on 7, 13, 16. Well, that doesn't even make sense. But hang on, this doesn't make sense. So my character's health is the character's attack is 6,100, 3,006, 46, 36. So that's not the combat thing. I'm gonna look if it is. It must be health. I'm gonna guess it's health then. I'm assuming it must be something to do with health because, like, I'm looking at all my characters here. I don't know. It doesn't say anything about health. Yeah, I'm very new at this. So I got a character called what's his name? What's this guy's name? Escanor. He's a man that's very buff, and he's like the new character. And his attack on here is 3,600. But the main character that I'm using, it's got 6,100. And her attack, I tell you, I don't know too much about this stuff, but you can upgrade their weapons to like level 50. Now, you have to play the game a lot, spend a lot of money. I ain't gonna fucking do that. But yeah, like I've got her like main weapon. So anyway, guys, I've spoken for nearly an hour. I need to take some painkillers. But yeah, at least you know what I'm going through right now. I'm really in a dark spot. I'm losing it very quickly with my mental health, and yeah, that's why I've just gone away from Facebook. I don't know when I'm coming back on Facebook. This video may be released in a day's time, and a week. I don't know. I feel like at the moment, until I get what I want in life, I'm burned out. I may just post this video on Facebook and just like not talk on Facebook, but no one's gonna really watch this for an hour. But yeah. Anyways, hope you'll have a lovely day. I'm going to remove this thing so I can see if it works better, and I'll talk to you all soon.